Good morning, beautiful people of the internet. I am in a very good mood this morning because it is a beautiful day outside. It's got a little bit of a chilly breeze to the air, but it's like 50 degrees. Just heard my phone buzzing in my pocket because apparently the ring was going off. Expected. And that was a battery that was just finishing charging. Since today is such a beautiful day, I'm probably, when I get back from work, going to try to go outside and fly some quadcopters because I have several reviews that need to be finished as soon as possible. But for the moment, I have to get out the door. I have to go to work. Sorry about the darkness. I don't know if you can hear that, but there's all sorts of sirens and blaring horns and everything going off. We may run into some fun. I also just got the not-so-subtle reminder upon getting into the car that I need to finish the video about the Papago dash cam because it's hanging from my dashboard. That's, yeah, reminder. And I also need to finish the video about the blue Vivo 5. I've been waiting on the company to get back with me about it, and they just don't seem to be interested in getting back with me, so I'm going to make the review and just talk about some of the app issues that I've had and move on. Now, in some excellent news, I did call in last night to see if I have jury duty. They said to call in on Monday to see if you have it Tuesday. They said don't call in till Tuesday because you're not going to have it till at least Wednesday. So I will have to wait until Tuesday evening to see if I have to go in Wednesday. But that means that I had Friday, Monday, and Tuesday off, which is awesome. Well, that was fun and relatively painless. Just had a morning meeting and then the meeting with my boss that I have every Monday. As I've mentioned a few times before, my boss has got me moving on to a different project at this point. The project I'm moving on to, I guess I can talk about it. It's all internal only stuff and it's not really anything super secret. I'm working on an asset tracking, asset management system, and I know the response to that is probably going to be, why don't you just use a third-party product? Why don't you just buy something? That's not why I work here. That's not my job. My boss said create it. I said okay. And it's actually one of the first things that I worked on when I started with the company, but after I got it to an initial state where you could just put stuff into it, I kind of got pulled off to other things, and it's just now a year later that I'm able to come back to it and take a look at it. And it's like, wow, this is ugly and doesn't work particularly well. There's some neat things about it, but the way that I did things just, it wasn't quite how I wanted it to be. However, with a teeny tiny minimal amount of work, there's a company that sent me a Bluetooth barcode scanner. It's been a year ago probably, basically right as I started working on this asset management system, and I was supposed to do a review of it and just never got around to it. Like I said, I got pulled off the project, so I wasn't using any of it, but I hooked that barcode scanner up to it, and basically what it does is you scan a barcode, it takes whatever number or text it finds on that, puts it into whatever text field you have selected, and hits enter. So in my little asset management system, I have a text box that pops up on every page and is selected by default. It was not before, but it does have that now. And so whenever you take your little Bluetooth barcode scanner and you scan something and you're on my site, be it on, hopefully on a desktop, laptop, tablet, or phone, because it's all HTML5, you scan your little Bluetooth barcode scanner, you find the barcode, it takes you to the items page, you can check and make sure everything looks okay. And once I've added some more stuff to it, you'll be able to say, yes, this exists in our inventory, this is how we want it to be. Basically just like a checkbox, such that when it comes time to do like a yearly inventory, they can just go through our server room or go through individual offices if they wanted to go that deep into it, find items they want to keep track of, scan the barcode on it, tap a button, they've checked it off. It's good. And I think that's a large part of the reason why they wanted this custom software. Plus, they're going to have me do some tie-ins to other back-end systems. So, for example, if they're keeping track of servers, they want me to tie this app into our server management app. It's a third-party application, and I can tie into it using some APIs and just pull it and say, are you online, or when were you last online, things like that. If it's offline, I update it in the system and say it's inactive, so when they come to it and they bring it up, they say, oh, this is turned off, we'll go ahead and archive it, we'll go ahead and hide it and put it in our history. You could even have it do a scheduled task where if it finds things that are inactive, it goes ahead and archives them. Wouldn't want to do that immediately, but still. It's been very nice getting back into this, getting back into Ruby on Rails specifically, but also getting back into this asset management system. It allows me to go back and see what I did before, what I did right, what I did wrong, and fix it. Somebody made it home, so now I'm gonna chase him backwards up the stairs. He's decided, again, it's time to play before we go to soccer. What are we gonna play?
Uno attack.
Uno attack. I am filled with excitement. Duncan and I have been sitting here playing Uno attack. That's all well and good. But I just got an email, actually I got multiple emails from Best Buy saying that my Galaxy S7 has shipped and it will be here tomorrow. So apparently they're doing overnight shipping. I'm okay with this. It was not supposed to ship until the 11th. However, everybody else has already had theirs for about a week now or more, so there's already a ton of reviews and unboxing videos out there, so I'll just be throwing mine into the ring as well. TK suggested I do it in the shower or I do it underwater in some way. I don't want to destroy the packaging, so I'm not going to do that. But I don't know. I've got to figure out some way to make it unique. If you have any ideas for how to make it unique, let me know. A little while later, almost 5 p.m. I hate to say it, Christina has decreed it, and therefore it is so. Duncan is not going to soccer tonight. It's a double-edged sword. It's very important that he goes to soccer, that he learns the skills he needs to know to play the game that we're paying for him to play. But at the same time, it's a Monday night. I am exhausted. I really don't feel like driving there and sitting around in what will potentially become colder weather for a couple of hours, so I'm not gonna argue. Hooray, it is food time. By the way, welcome home. Barbecue sandwiches. And baby. And he just had his dinner. He's apparently just in an excellent mood. You got smiles for me. You little goofball. Much later, a little while later, Duncan and I actually sat in here and watched an episode of Dragon Ball Z. If you are not familiar with it, there's now apparently a service called Funimation Now, where you can go to the Funimation website and sign up. I'm not a sponsor thing. I'll let you know if something's a sponsor. I'll definitely let you know. But this one, they had like 3 different plans available. There's the free one where you have a few shows with ads on them. Then you can pay for more shows and you can pay for more timely things with subtitles or with dubbed. I just took the free one because I don't watch a huge amount of anything other than YouTube, so I just wanted to see what it was about. And I was able to pick just a random episode of Dragon Ball Z and watch it. I think I grabbed the one where Goku goes Super Saiyan 3 fighting Majin Buu, and it's been years since I've seen those, so Duncan just happened to walk in while I was watching some of it to see if it was going to work, and he sat down, he was like, is he going to die? Is he going to win? What's going on? Who's the bad guy? And so we sat here and just watched about it and talked about it. And of course, after that, I ended up going outside for a little while. I took the XK X250, as I say as I walk over here to pick it up. Took this little thing outside and flew it around for a little bit. Had an excellent time with it. Been the first time I flew anything outdoors in a while, so had a load of fun. Getting ready to continue working on the video about that. Hopefully, I'll have that video ready to go up maybe even tonight, which is good because as I said earlier, the Galaxy S7 is coming tomorrow. So the unboxing video for that will go up tomorrow, and I may actually, if I can work it out, do over the next few days, one day at a time. Here's the unboxing and the first test of the Gear VR. Here's some camera samples from the Galaxy S7, so on and so forth. I know everybody else is doing it. This is literally just a grab for views because the more larger budget devices I can do, meaning the more popular devices I can do, potentially the more eyes I can get on my content, and I'm okay with that. Also, I bought my tickets to see Batman vs. Superman. You guys watched the vlog. You may have seen a little while back. I went with a friend named Jason to see Deadpool whenever it released, and he messaged me the other night and said, Batman vs. Superman is coming. You want to go see it so-and-so day, so-and-so time? Yes. I'm going to have to make some things move around to make it work, because we're actually going to go see it opening night, but I can make it happen. So I went ahead and bought tickets for us, and looking forward to that. Just all kinds of happies. Hanging out and having happies, enjoying some time in your little boppy. His head keeps kind of flopping forward a little bit. Not all the way, though. Ginger was over here a minute ago, and he was just staring at her. She licked his hand. He didn't know what to think. What is that thing? What's that thing that's licking you? She's asking you to pet her, and you don't know what she's doing.
All I do is pull her hair.
Uh-oh.
Oh, isn't that cute? She says pet my belly. Oh.
He's not big enough. He doesn't know how yet. There you go. There you go. You will someday, I'm sure. Hey, pay attention to me. Okay, not in his face. No. Not in the face. What is that thing? What is that thing making all that noise? Not in the face. Not in the face. No.
This is their first little interaction.
Yeah, it's the first back and forth. I don't know if he's even really noticed her before. I don't know if she's really noticed him. I'm sure she knew he was here. Maybe just didn't. Maybe just thought he was a toy.
You hear the doggy?
You hear her making all that noise. She's just kissing you on the foot and the hand. Says, pay attention to me. Oh, no. Oh, and there's even more excitement to be had. Punch them all. Oh, get them. Happy. That's fun times. Whoa! Just punching them all. Yeah. Just having so much fun in there.
Is your bath nice?
Nice and cozy and warm.
Here we go.
Uh-oh.
Woo! Oh, bless you.
And it's actually Duncan's shower time, but I thought just before I go, I got a message earlier, a comment on yesterday's vlog from Stefan, who said it's his birthday today. I'm guessing today being the 7th, so Stefan, happy birthday. I don't know why I just did that, but I just did that. I was sitting upstairs listening to Duncan read, and while he was reading, I was just, I guess I was browsing through Instagram or something, and I saw yet another post about the HTC Vive, and I pre-ordered it. The bad thing is I pre-ordered it on my American Express card, and if I read it correctly, it may be an international charge, and if it is, American Express is going to charge me on top of the amount that I had to pay. I may have to rethink this. I'll look into it and see where the charge is going to come from, but that means that I'm in. That means that I went for it. This is a thing that's going to happen, probably in May, but still. And I think, to wrap up the evening, we are going to sit back and watch some, whatever it is that you're watching. Some sort of design show.
Ellen's design challenge.
Yep. And we're keeping him awake for a little while longer.
Yeah.
At least until bottle time. And it's going to become stressful and hectic. And I'm going to go ahead and try to get this vlog edited and uploaded before that time happens. Before I'm with him for who knows how long. The last few nights have actually not been terribly late, which has been very, very nice. So, as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for spending the day with me and my family, even though Duncan is upstairs in bed. And we will see you again tomorrow. Bye. You say bye. Bye-bye.